All right, welcome back, everyone. We are back out here in the shop working on the 67 Beetle, and today's exciting because we are going to start removing the body from the chassis. Wanted to start on this for a while, and now we finally get to. I think we're going to start at the front here. I know we have to get the gas tank out to get to some stuff, so we're going to start with that. All right, so there are some clips right in here. There's 4 clips. These bolts have to be loosened, and then these clips, and then everything comes off. I'm sure the fuel line's connected somewhere still, but we'll see that when we get the thing loose. So I'm going to go ahead and get these broken loose, and then you can do them. You can use this.
This surprisingly didn't take that long. That's all.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, let's take all these clips and just put them. Actually, here, let me get the service cart. Okay. No, there's no fuel line connected. See, fuel line's straight down there. All right, so we got to get this steering joint taken apart.
A wasp somehow didn't get killed the last time.
Yeah, we had one wasp that was still alive in here after spraying them. All right, so there's a couple bolts down here, and then we got to take this rag joint apart. Here, you put the wrench right on here.
Which one?
Actually, I don't know if the wrench will fit on that backside. Will the wrench fit on the head of the bolt? No, it doesn't quite fit in there. I might have to get a shorter socket. All right, I've got my 14 millimeter here. We're gonna do, yeah, that one. Man, this doesn't fit. I don't know what's supposed to fit on the bolt head. I guess an open-end wrench. You don't normally want to use an open-end wrench because it will strip. But some combination is going to work here. There you go. Here, you hold this. You hold the ratchet. I'll hold the bolt. Now you pull it towards you to loosen it. There you go.
It's really rusty.
Yeah. It's probably almost fingered loose now. And you can try to turn it like that. Alright, we got these bolts just about loose. Finger tight. It's kind of a pain because they don't give you enough room to fit a socket in there around the bolts. So I'm just using open-end wrenches the whole time. Yeah, that bolt still doesn't want to come out. It's kind of stuck against the clamp on the steering shaft. Oh well, we'll just leave that there. Right, the next thing is the bolts right down in here. Oh, that's not bad. Go ahead and break both of them loose, and then you can get that little impact on it. All the way, pull the trigger all the way. Make sure you're on all the way though before you pull the trigger. Okay. Not pretty easily. Let's see, what else under here do we need to disconnect? This right here. This is the brake fluid reservoir.
Oh yeah, I was looking at that and then
I don't know if there's any brake fluid in this right now or not.
I was looking at that and I'm like,
I think it's completely dry, so.
how would you get that out? Just unscrew
It looks like they're just threaded. Oh, actually, there's a little piece of flexible line right here. See? Not like I got it. See, look. See? There's a line right here that just pops off. And it's like all, kind of rotten and nasty looking, but
I know, but you need screws to get that off.
No, I don't need to take this off. This will come off with the body. So I think now that's everything up front. On the outside here, there's a bolt right here. So I think it's 17 millimeter, which is I think what's on the impact right now. Oh, see if you pull this out, it has a little bit of a swivel. This impact is just a small impact. I don't think it'll break anything loose. So I'm gonna break it loose first. It's not an impact though. Okay, that's loose. That's loose, so I think it'll come now. Get it down on there. That was pretty easy, actually. I mean, it's rusty, but it all came loose. Go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Fit. That one came right out. Down in here, there's a nut on both sides. This goes to the anti-roll bar. Connects to the body. It's kind of like a sway bar, but not really very effective. And I think it might be only 67, maybe 68 that has it. Gotta take this loose. I think it's probably a 13 millimeter. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's 14. There we go, 14. I'll hold that on it, and I gotta get vice grips. Okay, it's loose. You gotta hold it on it while we do it. All right, we'll go do the same thing to the other side. You got it. Yep, there you go. You're going the right way. It's going.
Okay.
You're getting it. You're getting it. A little bit more. It's rusty, so it's going to be stuck till the last thread. It's coming off though, so that's good. There you go. I think you can get it with your finger now. All right, we still got 4 bolts inside the car. We're going to go ahead and get those loose, and then it'll just be all the bolts underneath from the bottom up that are left. Hold the trigger all the way down. Oh, you got it right there.
Here?
Yep, make sure you're square on it. Okay, I think you got it. We got 2 on this side, 1 right there. One more right here. We gotta pull this away so you can get in there. There you go. It's the last one in here. I'm gonna go ahead and head under the car now. All right, we have the 9, I believe it is, pan bolts under each side left. We're going to go ahead and start breaking those loose, and hopefully they come loose. Here, I'm going to try to break them loose here with this first, and then we'll use the impact. This one is actually coming pretty easily.
I think we could have.
Someone might have had this off before, because these are typically like really, really tough. Got dirt falling in my eye. Okay. I have a 13 here that you can use.
Good, because I kind of need it.
You just have to make sure you're all the way on it before you pull the trigger. Oops, gotta push on it a little harder. Yep, there, that one came. And we got these 2 right here too, so gotta go grab a bigger socket. All right, got a couple big ones left on this side. Yeah, that came off. That's good. Yeah, that was rusty, but it came. That's good. All right, so that's one side done. We just have to do the same thing to the other side. right, Mike is finishing up getting all the pan bolts loose on this side, and I'm going to start getting straps ran through here. I'm going to put straps under the body and then try to hook it up to the arms down here on the lift. All right, so we think we have everything loose. As it starts coming up, we'll look in there to make sure everything's actually loose. So we're going to start raising the lift up, get the arms kind of to this height. Got the strap looped down through here, around the arm of my lift, down through the body, up to the other arm. Here's this side. Just like that. We'll see how this works. That's not good. See, we want to make sure this arm does not hit the side of the car. All right, threw a chunk of foam in here to make sure that arm doesn't hit the side of the car. All right, it is coming up. Let's make sure everything's free. So I forgot the speedometer cable. Connects down to the wheel hub. It's probably no good now, but I was probably going to replace it anyways, but yeah, I kind of stretched it right here. And then I also forgot these wire connectors here on the brake reservoir, but they're fine. They did not get stretched. So I'm going to go ahead and get this disconnected and then finish lifting this thing off. But so far it's working. We forgot the wiring on the master cylinder and the speedometer cable, so those are loose, so I think we're good to go all the way up now. I got one more wire. I think there's a wire connector right here, maybe. There you go. Okay, now we finally got everything. Okay, I'm coming up. You clear? All right, look at that. Body's loose. Right up in here, the rust is actually not quite as bad as I expected it to be. It's pretty clean right where it's sitting down on top of the chassis. I don't know enough about what the original seals looked like to know if this was the original seals or if this has been off before. Here's the front. Some views up in here of the firewall. All right, let's roll this pan out of here. We're going to work on the chassis next, but I will be making a stand for the body so I can get it on a rotisserie. All right, I'll get some close-up camera views to show you just kind of the overall condition of the pan and everything. These pedals are completely rusted.
You can't move a bit.
No. You got the gas, brake, and then the clutch.
This is just rough.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at all the rust down in here to see, you know, what things look like. Just kind of my first impression here. Got a little bit of a cancerous looking rust down right in here. I don't think we'll know for sure until we get the pans cut off. Looking down in here. Yeah, it's not looking too good right down here. By the, I think people usually call this the Napoleon hat. Really hoping that the actual, you know, the center part of the chassis right here, I'm really hoping it's in decent shape and not rusted through. So from everything I've seen online, this is not like the worst looking pan, but you know, it's definitely not the best. Really hoping that I don't have any cancerous rust in the actual like center part of the chassis. Really hoping that once we get all of these pans cut off that we can clean up the rust, but we won't really know until we get everything cut. Here's a couple of views of the heater channels. You know, they definitely need replaced. Someone might try to save these, but I don't think I would. Over on this side, got some cancerous rust right up in here on this back lower side of the firewall. On this side too, probably. We could probably just patch this though. Probably don't actually need to buy a whole nother one of these, but they are fairly inexpensive. It's just more the hassle of removing the whole thing versus just kind of patching right in here. We still have all this carpet and stuff in here. We need to rip all of this out to really be able to see what kind of rust is under there. But from looking at the edges, I'm hopeful that it's actually not just full of cancerous rust. Micah got these pedals to move, so he's excited about that. Yeah, that's the clutch pedal. And your hand's on the stick shift. No. That's the emergency brake. The other lever that you had your hand on, that's how you shift the gears.
I know.
Yeah, right there.
What's this?
That's to release the brake. Well, that just pulled out the top. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Huh. Clearly does not work. All right, guys, well, we got the body off the chassis. That's about all the time we have for today. While we were working on it, though, my new heater channels showed up. So, they are pretty heavy. These are supposedly the premium heavy-duty ones from Dance, which are made in Denmark and supposedly made with new tooling. So, hopefully they'll fit pretty good. I did notice that right in here, my original ones have a spot for wiring to come kind of pass through here, and these ones don't. So we'll see, but these are the ones that I got. So that's going to be it for today. See you next time.